Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Bring it set, lady. 54 Mike. Watch QB drop.
On first down, Stafford here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Stafford. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. He completes it to Nelson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down. Hey, zoom.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Stafford on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
leads to second and goal. At the Vikings 6-yard
Check
line.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Twitch. Showing it. Showing it. 54.
Another try on second down with Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Six guys. Kill.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Big ass. Check 13. Mike 50, Mike over. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, where'd he go?
On second down, McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Watch out.
They'll look to throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Y'all playing the wrong foot.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Now Gurley. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Caught by Nelson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. Complete to J.J. Nelson. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set, lady. 54. Here we go. Tighten up.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 7 yards there and a first. First down.
On the carry. A gain of 7. And the Vikings first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A huge play there on the screen pass. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 99. Check 99. Twist. Check.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Spins past him. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Check 24. Check 24. Pick the edge. Come.
Back to throw here. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Lockett. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second and 2. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go now. 50, touch the outlaw. Let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Able to spin free. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check, 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 check.
It's complete to Lockett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
50's a mud. 50's a mud. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
2nd and 11. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 35 on 2nd down. Stafford hauling it in. Nelson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Gurley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there from McCaffrey. 44 yards on the ground.
44 yards on the play. First down, Minnesota.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
65. Whip. Watch the whip. Check it out. 26.
They'll drop the throw. And And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch the safety move.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Ready up. 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Back. Okay. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, alert 3. Zoom. 57 to Mike. What? Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will stop right around the 25. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready? 180.
Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Stafford. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, at its 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Go 20! I'm scared.
Stafford now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.